Three of the most popular video generation AIs to create a kids playing playground, playing football and making a goal, and this is what they made. Okay, we're going to do Gen AI, and there is a workflow that I generally use. I'm going to use the same thing. We are going to use one image generator, which is Leonardo, and then we have three different video generators. So one we have KLING, the other is that RUNWAY, obviously everybody knows, and then Hailu, which is MINIMAX. So that's the Hailu is the parent company. So all these generators have their plus and minus. I use image generation for any video generation before that because Leonardo has different models available. It can have a custom model builder, which you can see, but this is not what we're going to talk about here. But you can have your custom model here trained, so fine-tuned model they call it. We're going to go for a simple workflow. So I want to create a video of something. We'll pick a theme and how we can do that. So there are many things that Leonardo can do, but we'll go straight into it, and as we go into different software after that, we'll see how the prompts change the video that is generated from the image, and what are the plus and what are the minus for different platforms. So first is image generation. You go to Leonardo AI, here's the URL you can see, and click on image creation. Now what you see is this screen. There is the next screen. There's tons of things you can do, and I have been generating different things here also, so you don't need to worry about that. What you have to worry is the left hand side, because that's your model. See, there are so many models, but these are the most used models. So if you're not sure what you're doing, like you're literally not sure what you're doing, is it a person or is it a scene or is it anime or something, you go for Leonardo Phoenix. So it's going to switch between things. Okay, now the other is prompt. Now is it going to enhance your prompt? So whatever you write there, is it going to enhance it or it's going to keep it as is? Like if I say a bluebird flying in the green grass field, now is it going to enhance that or keep it as it is? I just kept it auto. And then presets are depending on the model. So depending on what you're using or what you're trying to create, depending on which model you're trying to create, some models are good at creating portraits. Now if you cannot tell that to create some sort of a vector art, so those options will be off. So with Leonardo Phoenix, which is their latest model, you can simply have dynamic selected, which is by default what it is. Contrast you can change. I keep it at minimum, as a medium. Now generation mode can be different. It can be very good, very fast, or mid. I mean, people compromise the generation time with the quality of the generations. I keep it at the medium. It's good. It gives me good results in the aspect ratios and how big the files you want them to be. Medium works for me because I generally generate 1080p videos. And then how many number of samples you can create? You can create many. I stick to 2. Default is 4, so you can change that. Private mode is like you can switch it. It's like if you want to have it shared across the platform in Leonardo, this is kind of a thing in all of these Gen AI tools. They kind of default share it on the community, or you can turn it off. And then all these things, the seed and all these are advanced. We don't have to do this. Just keep this thing to Leonardo Phoenix and forget about everything else except aspect ratio, and remember number of samples you're generating, because number of pictures you're generating here, because if you have more pictures it will take more credit of yours, so your daily credit is going to go out. Now we can create image to video. For that you have to click here and see the options here, image to image, style reference and all that. We can do that. So you want to create something very specific to you, someone in your family, you want to create an AI model of that person, you can take that and it will do it. Or we can just go freehand. So we're going to go freehand here. So I didn't choose any copy model. I'm going to go freehand here by typing, let's say our goal is to create a football field where kids are playing and someone scores a goal like that. So we do we talk about the camera angle. That's very important. So it's a top-down camera angle showing a field where kids of school are football. The stadium has cheering kids. Now that's what we want. Now once you generate, you know whether it's right or wrong, and you can like enhance from that or not. But this is good for me for now, and you can actually add more environment details. Like you can see, we can see the sun. Sorry, no, we can't see the sun because it's top down, so the model will be confused. Think of things like that. Okay, now let's do generate. We're gonna give 16 credits for that. So generally Leonardo is fast. For such a prompt, it's gonna take like 10-15 seconds, not more than that. But it can still take more time. We need to wait in that case. And you can see the prompt is here. So it enhanced the prompt because I kept it at auto. It thought the prompt can be enhanced, so it made the prompt into such a huge thing. Now if you keep it to off, it wouldn't do that. Now look at this. Now if you see this, there is a set of inconsistencies. So I think we need to be more specific because it made the playing field small, which is what we want, but we don't have goalposts and the kids are almost on the field. So we're gonna go here and we're gonna write a little more. One team wears blue and the other team wears red jersey. So he enhanced where it needed an enhancement. As you use any AI tool, you're gonna see that you can make more of it by just simply altering, modifying the prompt. Now, once we know that we can work with the picture, this is nice. This is pretty good, but this one on the right, it has 3 goalposts. Now it got somehow confused. This one has a goalpost which is opposite. So all these things are happening with it. So we have to upgrade that too. So that's how we enhance it again. So see, we're already improving. So this was like, it's not a football playing happening. It's just the kids are running around. Now we went to 2 jerseys, 2 different teams, but we have a little bit of problem with the goal posts. So we enhance that, and let's see where we get it. Once we figure out the picture, we kind of got it, because any video generation tool will depend on the first frame. Now see, this looks nice. See, this one is messed up again, right hand side. Let's make it bigger. It's not bad. It's nice. Look, this is nice. Now at this stage we got to do something. What we have to do is, hold on, I think it hung or something. Okay, here as you can see, this thing is there. It's very good, but we need to, for it to have a video generation capacity, we need to upscale it. So this button, upscale, click on it. It says what sort of multiplier, double the size, right? So if it's a high resolution picture, it's always easy for the tools to work. So go here and then we say upscale. Okay, one thing to note, when it upscales an image, back to this one, it doesn't show a new image here or something like that. It is upscaled. This one is upscaled. Now what do you gotta do? You gotta download that. So we go click here, download, and it downloads. Now we have our image that you can work on. Now see how these different things work. Now we got KLING. Let's come to KLING and go to AI video generation, and then we just click on this button, which takes the, because we have an image from which we are taking. So now we pick our image. Alright, now you get down here, here's the prompt, here's your draw motion and everything, it's all there. And you can do standard, professional, all these things. I want to have only one generation. We don't want to create many generations. And now, good thing about it is that it has a camera movement it can add. So we're going to do tilt, or we just can reset. We don't need, you can do all these things. I mean, you can do this like camera movement, and then it will do this thing. So you can do pan. So now the camera would do things like this, or I prefer not to give this thing here, just write things whatever I want to write, and it can actually do that. The descends to that's all we're going to use in all of the generators, and you see what happens. So this is KLING, and I'm doing it because I want you to see how fast or slow they do it. Okay, another same image that we want runway to do. Runway is the fastest, but it's not really always the most accurate one. Okay, we need to crop it. Alright, and then do the exactly same prompt. And then we do Halu, which is, we gotta remove this image, we don't want that. Okay, now here, exactly same thing. Now remember, out of all these, Halu can follow the prompt the most, and if we want, we can write more descriptive ones. Like we can literally say the camera zooms in after getting down, and then it follows a player from behind, and the red team scores goal. All those things can be done in Halu, which is not. I mean, Runway can't even do that, and Kling would do it, but. Kling does great things, but Hailu does the prompt following the best. But for me, Kling is the best generator so far that I've seen because it has so much diversity. And if you can write the prompt properly, there's a format in which you can write. We can talk about it later, but then you can do things. And this is an advanced thing where you can draw the motions. See all this, we can pick up a kid. I can put the kid up here so that it will create a motion for the kid to move here and the ball also to go there. So all this thing can be done, but we are keeping it simple, just simple. If we do it, what happens? Now we'll here Kling starts and we're reading Gen Alpha model, not the turbo. We don't need the turbo, and we need the Hailu. All three started. So here in Hailu you see it's checking comedy guidelines and everything, and then this one already did 8%. Kling is saying it's going to take 6 minutes. So Kling is going to take 6 minutes. Hailu also is going to take something similar, I guess. Kling is the slowest. Fastest is, of course, Runway, which has done 30%, 51% already, and then sorry, and then we have Hailu, which is now at 11%, and Kling is, it shows in minutes. It's the slowest. Can't really help. Okay, we'll just wait until they're done. Okay, as you can see, I'll move the prompt face in here. Runway has already done it, and I'm keeping it small for now. There are other things like resolution and everything. We're not talking about those. So let's see what it made. So see, this is the thing that the little kids all of a sudden became bigger players, which I have no idea how it did that. That's an interesting thing it did. And then the ball is here, this player is here. They're not really, it's scattering the players everywhere, Runway. Although it did it the fastest way, and for a blink of moment it can look like a football being played, but the ball is here. The ball is right up here. And so nobody's shooting the ball, so forget it. Next Hailu is still 45% and Kling is 4 minutes off, so we'll just pause again. Okay, I think we are almost there when both of these Kling and Hailu is going to finish creating. This one is at 96%, this one says like 1 minute off. So depending on the prompt they take different times, but Runway is fastest. It's not that Runway always makes bad output, it's not like that, but like some of the high fidelity generations it does really good, like a drone flying through a field or something, FPV view, really good. But for some of them there are artifacts which I don't like. Artifacts are the worst because there's these things that pop up. See, if you look at this, there are artifacts. There is a green artifact that comes in the middle of the screen sometimes, like a ghost moves and someone make a ghost video out of that. And then the ball, which is here, somehow makes its way inside the net out here. So it's not really following. And another thing, the nets are coming down on the front also. I don't know why that's happening. So some of the things, this has one thing moves, the other gets affected by that. This is something that is very prominent in Runway. I think Hailu's done. Kling, is it done? Kling is, well, yet to do, so fine, no problem. We'll see Hailu, which is supposed to be good. Let me open it up and move it a little, and look at this. So, well, I mean, alright, but this is much better of a football player, right? I mean, they slid down for some reason. I think there is some issue with the physics of the engine, but this created something better till some point, and then the field became, it's like a rolled field or something. So that's how it did it. And then we go back to Kling, which should be done by now. Okay, now it's this one is ready. Now Kling, if you see, nobody scores a goal. That's the first thing. But Kling makes it look like a football match the most. With I don't know what this thing is. That's an artifact. It's as the field extends, it doesn't know what to do. It probably doesn't know much about football matches. That's why. But and some of the players grew in age. That's weird. There are two balls, all these things happen, but still, if you look at all three next to next, you can see that Kling is doing probably the best, but none of them actually got it. So this small prompt, let's prove something. Small prompt isn't going to do much. You have to be more detailed, more specific, talk about the scene, and then you'll get much better output.